There it goes. There it goes. Not a bad looking flood car, guys. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. It is that time of the week again. We begin a new series of Copart walkarounds. Big shout out to Copart office behind me. Appreciate all of them for making this possible. My brother's here today. He hadn't been around in a while. Big shout out to Tim, TJ's Auto, for joining us. Let's get started. We're starting off big today, boys. We got a couple really good ones in today's video. Believe you me, we got a Bentley Continental coming here in a little while. But to start out, we got a 2014 BMW 650 Xi, 55,000 miles. And I guess we're going to take a closer look at it and try to figure out why it's totaled and why the windshield is missing. That's a little odd. This is an absolutely beautiful car. I mean, it is. She's got a stance that is just mean. Look at that third brake light running the whole length of the top there. Man, this car is beautiful. God, I love it. I love it. Take a look at the interior here. Oh boy, we got lots of pieces. It's still got power too. The window rolled down. There's the crash bar, which looks to be in good shape. Here's the headlights. They actually put the headlights in the car. That is so nice. They didn't just throw them in the trunk. The headlights look like they're actually in pretty good condition. I don't see any broken tabs. No, the headlights are in good shape. Oh, it smells so good. What does this say? Hold on, what is that? A Grand Coupe. Man. So I thought maybe the airbag blew the windshield and they'd pull the windshield because they're getting ready to start repairs, but that's not the case either. What is going on with this car? Why would the windshield be removed? I see no damage at all. Maybe this is a theft recovery. I'll tell you what, this is an expensive car, so for it to be a total loss, something pretty major had to happen to it. I'm really confused as to what's going on here. If you see something that I'm missing, please comment below and tell me what you see, because I don't see too much wrong with this car. I really don't. The fender lines look good. This wheel's turned out to the right. This wheel is also turned to the right. So I don't see any obvious suspension damage. I can see that something obviously hit and damaged some things right here. Okay, on the front of the bumper, definitely has some issues. What about down low? I don't see any real damage down low either. Frame rail actually looks straight. What in the heck is going on here? So we got a little hole here, and it came in. We probably got, what is this, a transmission cooler right here, maybe? But I don't see any tranny fluid, so I don't think it actually punctured the rail here. Man, this thing's got so many coolers. So obviously we've got an intercooler, which I'm not sure which one of these is the intercooler. We've got the radiator. This is the condenser. Is that the intercooler right there? I don't know. That's some other, so that's a different kind of cooler. Then we got what I assume to be the transmission cooler. This thing has a stack of coolers about this thick. Twin power turbo. It is listed, if I remember correctly, as a run and drive. I don't see any reason this thing would be a total loss, unless it was a theft recovery, and this is pretty much how they got it back. Let's fire it up. Oh man. This still uses old school power steering. So power steering is gone. It's got a check engine light. It idles great. Of course, you got dings, daytime running lights, battery is discharging, collision warning system and is inactive, pedestrian warning, malfunction, door open. All right, so in other words, she's going to ding at you for a while. Let's put it in reverse. I can't remember. You got to hold it and do this, right? That's drive. There we go. And it went right into gear. That's neutral. I felt it go into reverse. Park. whenever I'm in one of these, I always push the park button like 3 times because I don't trust it. I don't like this shifter. I like a mechanical feeling shifter, not this electronic stuff. That stuff, there goes the e-brakes. E-brakes work. I don't want to run it too long. I love this car. Unfortunately, I can't afford it at this point. But to me, this looks like it would be a relatively easy and inexpensive rebuild, especially since the headlights are in the back seat. It looks to me like you need a bumper, a grille. This is probably going to need replaced. In fact, I'm pretty sure I see oil. This may be the power steering cooler. I would bet that's what this is. This one is the power steering cooler. The condenser is probably okay. But the power steering cooler is going to need to be replaced. Fill it back up with power steering fluid, put the headlights in, put the bumper on. This thing should be, well, and a windshield. That windshield's going to be expensive. But aside from that, this is a great deal. In fact, I go so far as to say this is one of those rare finds out here at Copart, man, that you just got to really be looking for. This is a steal of a deal. I would jump on this thing all day long if I had the available funds for it. Next, how about a 2014 Dodge Ram 1500? Yeah, 4 doors, 5.7, Hemi baby. This is another one similar to the BMW that we just looked at that I personally feel, keep in mind, it's my opinion and opinions vary, but I feel this is another one of those excellent finds and excellent steals. Hope you guys notice the difference in the content lately. I'm really trying to find good deals. Now, some of them are just cars that I find interesting, but I'm really trying to show you guys cars that look like they could be great deals. So we've got a little damage to the hood, all right? I know a guy named Weirdbeard on YouTube that can fix this like it's nothing. In fact, I know a guy named Weirdbeard on YouTube that could fix this fender as well and make it look like nothing ever happened. So this hood, absolutely repairable as far as I could tell. This fender looks repairable as far as I could tell. I don't see any significant damage. Notice I said significant. Like this, I don't even know what you call this rail right here that runs over the core support, but it is not damaged in the slightest. Now, this header panel, this actually I think is part of the headlight assembly, or the bracket for the headlight. That is broken. This panel right here got broken between here and here. So you would probably have to replace, this is most likely, I would guess, one section, one fairly large section. It may just be this area, it may be the whole front of the truck. So that is going to be, you know, kind of a Debbie Downer, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. This damage is, to me, negligible. This bumper, I say reuse it, man. It's got a little bit of a wrinkle here, and they could probably take a heat gun and straighten it out somewhat. This bumper down here, this is real thin, really thin. You could probably, yeah, I can grab it and literally start bending it back with my hand. Get a come along, pull it back. What I'm showing you here is a truck that you could literally put back together probably in a matter of a few hours and for maybe 300 bucks, you know, not including paint and all that stuff. But this is a relatively cheap and easy fix. 96,000 miles on the clock. See how the tires look. They're decent, they're okay. Tires are pretty good. I mean, they're not brand new, but they're pretty good. This is the Bighorn edition. It's from Cooter. Cooter? Where's it? Who's Cooter? Let's see, is this exhaust stock? I don't know. Looks pretty stock to me. It almost looks straight pipe, but I think on these Dodges, they put the muffler up under here. Take a look at the inside. Smell. That's an interesting smell. Smells like burned electronics, which I happen to like that smell. Not everybody likes that smell, but I actually really enjoy the smell of that, you know, like burning capacitors. I actually really enjoy the smell of burning electronics. Oh, K&N air filter. That's nice. So somebody put a big old cold air intake on. Let's check the, I think the cooling system actually feels like it may be under a little bit of pressure. I was very careful. If I noticed anything coming out, I would have locked it back down. Okay, coolant looks good. Do they still put transmission dipsticks on trucks? Surely they do. It's a truck. Come on now. I don't see a transmission dipstick over there. And I don't see a transmission dipstick over here. How's the oil look? Oil actually looks really good. A little bit over full, but not bad. Okay. This thing is in great condition from what I can tell. It's a run and drive. So now let's jump in the driver's seat. Why is this totaled? This doesn't look like it really needed anything. Well, that smell though, I don't know. It's an interesting smell. It's not a bad smell at all. Dead as a doornail, man. Well, crap. We got an oil change sticker, February of 2020, so they literally just had the oil change. So it's good to know somebody was taking care of the truck. At least it appears that way. Overall, the truck looks to be in great condition. We got a good set of matching tires. The oil was recently changed. Fluids look good. K&N cold air intake. I think this right here would be a huge win for somebody. You could have this put back together in a day. Back together, running and driving down the road in a day. Next on my list is a 2016 GMC Sierra 1500. Just a plain Jane basic work truck. I don't know why I'm so into trucks lately. Okay, yeah, I remember this one. It had some side damage. So, a bed, and then you have to decide, is fixing that cab corner something you want to do? Or do you just want to leave it? Same thing with the door. The door's got a little, I mean, so minimal, I wouldn't mess with it. Cab corner, you could probably pull that out, putty it in, fill it in, be fine. The bed, you're going to end up replacing the bed. It looks like everything back here suspension-wise is probably okay. In fact, the rim looks like it's all right, too. I don't see any obvious damage to the wheel. Let's see what the frame looks like back there. Honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. And this is a fairly new truck. Oh, there's a... that's interesting. There's a gas filler neck from a fire car in here. You never know. You never know what you're gonna get. Let's see what it looks like in here. This should be a run and drive. Oh yeah, definitely a work truck. This is perfect. This is perfect. I like this thing. I do. But if I remember correctly, the one thing I don't like about this is it is a 4.3 V6 and not the V8. And everybody knows you want the V8. Yeah, it's 4.3 liter. Well, you know, hey, it'll get the job done. 29,000 miles on the clock. Definitely needs a new bed. We need to pick this up. This needs to stay in the windshield. Don't want that falling on the floor there. All right. So do you guys think this one's gonna start? Comment now, yes or no. Put the key in. Well, and there you have it. Of course, ooh, lots of cigarette smoke, my goodness. And a phone charger. You get a free phone charger with this truck, boys and girls. I put it right here in the cup holder for you guys. Okay, well, dang it. I guess we're not gonna be doing any more with this one. So, moving on to the next one. Here we have a 2014 Dodge Ram 1500. I know it's like truck day or something, right? This one, like I said before, you got to come and look at these in person because it's really hard to tell from the pictures what you're looking at exactly as far as damage is concerned. So I saw this and I thought, man, those frame rails look really straight. The core support appears to be straight. And the best part is this is the same type of truck that we just looked at a minute ago. And as you can see, well, maybe not. It looks like this plastic bracket just unbolts up here, unbolts down here, and unbolts over here. And the whole thing just comes off as one assembly. So this really isn't that bad. But anyway, frame rails look straight. Core support looks straight. I don't see anything mangled. And it just leaves me wondering, why is this totaled? Some of the things I see out here just, I can't wrap my mind around. Now maybe there's damage to the back that we haven't seen. This wheel is turned in this way. This wheel is turned out this way. So let's walk around the truck. Okay, so the bumper took a good hit. The bumper was damaged. You got your fender liners that both look like they're probably okay. We even have headlights in here. I don't know if they're any good or not. They threw them in the bed. I'm not going to bother digging all that stuff out. But I mean, you get all the stuff with the truck, and that's good because with the front end off, you can't really see what happened to it. But you sure can here. She took a hard hit dead center right there. The grill is cracked. Looks like the headlight is okay. The other one's probably all right too. Smells good. All the bolts are laying inside. That's real professional. I like that. A lot of times you don't get the nuts and bolts with it. This is very clean. Very clean. Good tires. Can we get the hood up? Or I guess my concern would be because it took such a, I mean, it took a pretty hefty hit right here in the center. It would definitely concern me that there is the possibility the frame rails have been tweaked somewhat, and it's just something that you can't see with the naked eye. And in that case, that would explain why it was totaled. Let's check the cooling system. See if we've got coolant. I don't think it affected the radiator or anything. No, coolant is good. Check the transmission. Come on now. Well, transmission fluid looks really nice. It's in really good shape. I don't remember what the miles was on this, but transmission fluid looks wonderful. Check the oil. Oil is also clean, looks really good. All the fluids on this is another good truck, man. This is a great truck. Yeah, I bet you money this thing will run and drive all day long. It's listed as a run and drive, but I guess the question is, does it have juice? Does it have the juice? Let's find out. It does. 79,000 miles on this bad boy. Let's put the key in. There you go. A little bit of an initial lifter tap. No big deal. ABS and traction light are on. Whew. Air conditioning. Somebody's got that sucker on full blast. Let's turn that down. Let's put it in gear. Right into gear. Oh yeah, this is nice. Man, that's a nice truck. Real nice truck. All right, we got a Midas oil change sticker. 5W20. Wow. Serviced 77,000 miles, and it was serviced on 4/1 of 19. It's a good truck. Air conditioning is already cold. I like this. Boy, who needs that diesel? I should sell the dang diesel and buy one of these. This thing would be perfect. Man, good truck. Good truck. Comment below, what do you think? I love this thing, man. Yeah, I don't think it'd take that much to put this sucker right back on the road again. And some of my favorite salvage cars are hail damage. I'm a little confused about this one because it's listed as a start, which means chances are it does not drive. It's clearly got tons of hail damage. They mark it all with all the little dots, so you can clearly see that it got significant hail damage to the hood. We got some to the fender. 163,000 miles. It's a Subaru, so of course it's all-wheel drive. Some more hail dings back here. Forester 2.5 XT. The body doesn't look too bad. Boy, that's a nasty scrape going down the side. It's got a set of Firestones, so the tires are good. Let's take a look under the hood. And then, of course, we want to try to fire it up and see if she'll run. Well, that's a interesting looking engine. I actually really love Subarus. I really do. cool intercooler. Get it? It's a cool intercooler. Let's hold this hood up. Got a little bit of rust here, not too much. The coolant is very nice. I like that. Cooling system looks good, real clean. Let's check the oil. The oil looks pretty decent as well. I say we fire this bad boy up. Let's see if it runs, and let's see if we can put it in gear. It doesn't make any sense that it would be hail damaged and not listed as drive unless somebody made a mistake. And that does happen sometimes. Sometimes the insurance companies get confused and it'll be listed as a non-runner when it fires right up. I've come across it. That's why it's... Hey, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? What? It's got the mileage and everything right there on the dash. Oh, the battery's dead. See, we've got lights. We just don't have enough to, once you turn the key, everything goes out. Dang it. Well, dang, that sucks. What is this? Shock top. What is that? Well, crap. That sucks. I was really, really interested in this one. I love hail damaged cars, man. Especially white ones. You can hardly see the damage. And this is a hot commodity item right here. People will buy Subarus all day long, man. The Forester's a hot one. I'm going to keep my eye on it anyway because I got a good feeling about it. If all works out, maybe this will end up in the driveway. Now, some of you may remember this from Hoovie's Garage. Old Tyler had one of these, and he absolutely loved it. I believe he sold it long ago. But this is truthfully a great car. I watch Hoovie's Garage, and I agree with everything he said about the Park Avenue Ultra. The Ultra, the supercharged. Listen, this thing has plenty of comfort features. It is a very solid ride, comfortable, it's reliable, it's easy to work on, parts are cheap and readily available. It's everything you should buy your child in a car. It may not be the most attractive, it may not be something that's going to turn heads, but these are phenomenal cars. And as most of you know, I am a big GM fan of this era. 178,800 miles, so it's got some miles on it. Firestones on the back look good. What do we got on the front? Century Touring. Tires look excellent on the front. Dark tinted windows. Oklahoma Baptist University stickers, so it's college student. Nice lines though. I mean, it's a Buick, okay? This thing was designed to be a family car. The Ultra logo is missing. The Buick, it looks like someone attempted to debadge it. They took the Buick logo off, the Ultra off the side. This is just a sharp car. They also took the little vents out. Like, who did that? Maybe somebody sold them. Maybe somebody took them off to sell them on eBay or something. These cars are becoming more and more rare as time goes on. Let's take a look at the inside. We'll start with the back. Look at that. A couch, man. You got a couch back here. It smells really good. Look, you have your own ashtrays. This was executive type car for GM back in the day, right? Man, you gotta love it. It's a beautiful color. Kind of a bluish green. Nice wood accents. The door is still in phenomenal shape. Got that Concert Sound 3. The driver's side seat is in pretty good shape. A little worn. A little bitty hole right there, but not too bad. I'll bet this fires up. I'll bet money it does. Whoever sat in this, man, this was a very small person. They were riding right up against the steering wheel. Now, I'm not sure. You know what? I do remember what this is doing. This is a donation. This is a donation. Look at this. Park Avenue Ultra by Buick. Dual zone climate control, heated seats. This is 100% the car that Auto Auction Rebuilds would buy. Now, I turned the ignition on and notice there's nothing on the dash as far as mileage or anything. That's interesting. Oh, come on. You're kidding me, right? You are kidding me. The battery's dead. Yeah, you turn the light on up here, you can see it barely lights up. This is one that I was so danged excited about starting up. I really was. I was very, very excited. You got your books in here. I was so excited about this one. Why was I excited? Because this is one I was seriously considering bidding on, even though I don't think this would be a good flip car. I don't think there's many people. The only way this would be a good flip car is if somebody, one of you watching on YouTube, wanted. That's the only way. 74,000 miles. The transmission was serviced. 103,000 miles. FF flush. Fuel filter flush. I don't know what FF stands for, but looks like someone was taking care of it and using BG products. That's a good sign. The Dex Cool reservoir looks a little rough. In fact, it looks really rough. That's pretty nasty. Let's take a look, see what the radiator looks like. I can see the upper hose has been replaced. It feels good. Let's check the oil. The oil is a little dirty, but it's not too bad. I can also see the plug wires have been done, and looks like they were done professionally because someone actually reused those heat shields on them. Not everybody does that. The oil cap is perfectly clean underneath, so that is a positive. So far, so good. So far, I'm really, really happy with it. Check the trans, see what she looks like. Trans fluid is a little dirty. It's definitely due for a service, but one thing I want to check is if there's any metal flakes that I can see in there, and I do not. So I bet that the transmission is fine. And being a donation, you never know why it's here. Could have been an elderly person that, you know, passed away or something, and this car was just kind of left behind and it sat. Probably will need a battery. See what the radiator looks like. I'm actually kind of surprised. There's a little gunkiness on the cap there. Nothing too major. Maybe it's stop leak or something. The coolant is green. That's what's important, and it does have coolant in it. So everything looks pretty good. I know it's kind of fruitless with the belt on there, but it's always good to check and see if you can feel any play in the pulley. This, man, I'll bet this is a good car. I'll bet this is one you just get in and you could drive it cross country with no problem, man. I love the Park Avenue Ultra. I really do. I want this car, and it's going to take everything in me not to bid on this tomorrow. Convince me not to buy it. Comment below. Next on my list, I got a 2006 Bentley Continental GT. This is a flood damaged car that's listed as a run and drive. Now, this one is something that somebody specifically asked me to check out. It's got 58,500 miles on the clock. It's got nice Pirelli P0 tires. The body looks pretty dang good all the way around. This is the turbo V12 6.0 liter. This thing is a absolute beast, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Now on the front, what I've noticed, we got a little bit of bumper damage to the bottom here. You can see the bumper's been cracked. This is not a cheap bumper, by the way. Anything Bentley is not going to be cheap. So you got a damaged bumper over here. The bumper is also cracked over here on the same side, or the same part of the opposite side. I don't know what happened, but it seems pretty even that it's cracked and busted up. The bumper's also got a nick taken out of it right here, so I would say the front bumper's just going to need to be replaced. To open the Bentley hood, you got to pop it on the inside, and then this little Bentley comes out, and you got to grab it with your hand and give it a pretty good pull. The shocks are loose on this, so Tim will have to come over here and hold this up for us. And right here you can see we've got that beautiful twin turbo 6-liter V12. Absolutely gorgeous engine and such a smooth power band. We're going to fire it up real quick. Well, I tell you, this is one of those things I would never want anything serious to go wrong with this car, because it is going to cost you a fortune to fix. Let's take a look at the interior real quick. Like I said, it is a flood car, but man, The interior is in great shape. It actually looks really, really nice. I don't see any mold or anything on the floor. What you're seeing down there is a little bit of dust. It is a little bit dirty. I should be able to lift this lever and pull this forward. You got that executive back seating where you've got your own heater and air conditioner, your own ashtray. You've got your individual bucket seats, wood grain, really nice. But that's not what you guys want. You guys want to see it run. So foot on the brake. Uh-oh. Foot on the brake. There we go. System fault. There it goes. There it goes. Not a bad looking flood car, guys. The clock is spinning very rapidly. That's kind of cool. We're at a time warp, boys. I don't know if it's setting the clock or if there's something wrong with the clock, but we've got a stop vehicle too low, tire pressure monitor, and the skid control or the stability program is malfunctioning. Distractions cause accidents. Yeah, okay. The vehicle's been synchronized with your key. Okay. And then we're left with the radio. We've got lots of cool buttons, heaters. I think this raises and lowers the car, and you can adjust this right here with this knob. So you've got normal ride height, and then that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. Where did it go? Oh, we've got different modes for your shocks. How do you adjust them? I just assumed that it was... Oh, there we go. It's severely delayed. So you've got sport mode right there, and then you got vehicle ride height. I think we just turn this once and wait a minute. It seems to be very delayed. It's not working. Yeah, we're not getting anything from the vehicle level. So that could be a costly issue. I don't know if it's hydraulic. I don't know if it's if it uses air like the Airmatic, or if it's hydraulic like the ABC on Mercedes. Yeah, that's probably going to be kind of costly to fix, but will it go into gear? Well, the backup camera is on the fritz. I'm not sure if the air conditioning is working. It doesn't feel like the air is ice cold. I've got it in reverse. Let's see if it will move backward just a hair. It does, sure does. Put it in drive. And it goes forward. I mean, that's about as much as I can do to it. It is listed as mechanical damage. Maybe that air is working. I think it feels like the air conditioning is starting to function here. Oh, there we go. It was on 75. That would do it. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Can we turn that off now? Off? No? I don't know. Crap. What have I done? Okay. So it runs, and it moves forward and backward, and it actually runs really smooth. I don't even see a check engine light. The steering feels nice and solid. So I'm going to go ahead and put this window back up here, and I'm going to call that a wrap. That's going to be the end of this Copart walk around. I figured we would end it on a Bentley. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this Copart walk around. Big shout out to Copart corporate office, to the local Yard 18, all the people out here that make this possible. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, give the video a big thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this content, still give the video a thumbs up anyway. Don't forget to share this content with your friends. Share it across social media. It really does help. Follow me on Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds. Thank you to my brother Tim for coming out here and helping out today. And we will catch you all very soon in the next one.